Hi guys, my name is Mackenzie Harris and I am the president of National Honor Society. I'm here today to talk to you guys about what NHS is, how to get in, and what our club does specifically. NHS is a club that recognizes students for amazing leadership, scholarship, character, and service. We're the most prestigious club in Carlson, and we're the club that colleges look for on college applications. Now, if you are an NJHS member, that does not mean that you are an NHS member this year. If you want to become an NHS member, you will have to apply again. To apply, you have to be a current junior or senior. Again, you have to be a current junior or senior to apply for NHS. You have to have a cumulative GPA of 3.5, you have to have been in school for an equivalent of 1 semester, and you have to fill out the NHS application to be eligible for NHS. Now, for any freshmen or sophomores watching this, there are 2 things you can do to ready yourself for your application when you're a junior or a senior. 1, make sure you keep your grades up. It's very important to keep your grades up for NHS because you have to have a 3.5 GPA to be accepted. So being on top of your grades now will help out in the future. 2, just because you're not an NHS now doesn't mean you can't do community service projects. The more community service projects you do as a freshman or sophomore, the more you can put on your application as a junior or senior, and that will look better for you. Now, I'm going to have 3 amazing NHS members talk to you guys about what NHS does and some community service projects we've done in the past.
In the National Honor Society, we're always willing to do whatever it takes to help out in our community. For students, freshmen especially, school can be very difficult and overwhelming. NHS members volunteer to stay after school and tutor a couple days every week for any fellow students that need the extra help. There are some members, as myself, that you can contact to tutor outside of school as well. We also do volunteer work for other schools in our district, like elementary school events and fairs. The National Honor Society at Carlson is always trying their best to serve our community during the summer as well. For example, we work at the Gibraltar Community Center to help students in summer school, but it's not limited to just that. Anywhere we can find to volunteer will still count towards our volunteer hours. To all the freshmen out there, keep your grades up and be a leader every day, and you can be an NHS member in a couple years.
A big part of being an NHS is giving back to the community. One way we do this is by our charity challenge that we host every December. So what happens is we assign classes with items. For example, one class could get clothes, another class could get canned goods to bring in, and we collect all these items and we just give it back to people in need. It is a contest, so the first hour that has the most items will receive donuts, but it's just a fun way to get everyone involved in giving back to the community.
Hi, so Habitat for Humanity is where we would go, the members of NHS would go and help build these houses for people that need them. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do this year, but it is something that most of the NHS members look forward to every year. It's a really great feeling. Like I said, we didn't get to experience it, but you should look forward to it, and as long it's offered to everybody in NHS, as long as all your hours are up to date, so that should encourage you to keep them up to date. So yeah.
Any questions, please contact our advisors, Mr. Rice and Mrs. Walters. Mr. Rice's email is riceP@gibdas.org and Mrs. Walters' email is walterk@gibdas.org.